Okay, perfect. All right. Let's just get started into this. What's up, everyone? I don't think I need to give you guys a backstory to the drama if we're being completely real. Should I just take off my headset? Do I look good with it on or off? It's going to be on the highlight channels and stuff. Okay, I got issues. All right, chat, what's up? Listen, this is what we are going to be talking about right now. We're going to be talking about the drama that has happened. Now, I'm sure you guys know the drama and you guys know what started. You guys know a bunch of stuff. I'm sure some of you guys lived through it. I'm not going to go super deep into the drama because, at the end of the day, still, we don't want to give it too much attention. That's why I've been avoiding it this whole time. I never talked about it on my Instagram. I never mentioned it on Twitter. I never posted anything on my YouTube channel. The only time I've ever talked about this drama or anything containing or involving the drama is on my Twitch channel because people hear things and then ask me, and I just want to avoid any misinformation. And pretty much my goal today is to put this to rest, and hopefully we don't have to talk about it or mention it again. So I think where we should definitely begin, I don't want to, like I said, go back into deep where relationship before that shit talk. Let's just start off talking about what happened recently with the cease and desist that we received. So in case you guys are not aware, let me show you. I'm going to pull this up on the screen. In case you guys are not aware, we received this letter. So we received the cease and desist from Foundation Law Corporation. I blocked out, by the way, Bella's last name just because that's not public information, and still being nice, but it's whatever. Jackson, his Cat Evolved's name's out there, my name's out there, it's fine. But basically, we received a letter of cease and desist, public defamatory statements, and incitement of violence and harassment on my Twitch.tv public account against Mr. Jackson Dohan and Bella. Their legal counsel, they write in regards to the public statements, painting Mr. Dohan and whatever, that you made several live streams. So pretty much they sent me a cease and desist, and they wanted me to delete everything. They wanted me to send a public apology. They wanted me never to mention their name. And they're asking for a lot of things in it, which was a little odd. But at the end of the day, it's their cease and desist. They can ask for whatever they want, whether it makes sense or doesn't make sense. So this is what I did. I ended my stream. I got a phone call from a UPS guy, and he's like, yo, pull up to the door. I got a package for you. Sign the package. I open it up, and the first thing I see is a cease and desist. And you know me, I don't got time for that type of shit. I got people for that. So what I do is I hit up my roommate, Ibrahim. Shout out Ibrahim. I'm showing you for the stream, bro. You popping off. You did work. Basically, I pass it to Ibrahim, and I'm like, yo, read this shit. I don't got time for this. I'm busy, right? I got solo queue to play. So Ibrahim reads it and comes back to me after a few hours to give me his notes on it. He tells me this. He's like, Mo, there's some things that are a little fishy with the document, but here's what I noticed. He said that there were a few typos in it. They typed a few things wrong. The references from the stream that they mentioned in the cease and desist was from the stream from that one day. We received the cease and desist on Sunday, and they were mentioning things in the cease and desist from that Sunday stream. There was no website listed on the cease and desist. There was no lawyer/attached signed names on it. The dates were off on the cease and desist. The address didn't correspond to the legal firm that was attached. Phone numbers didn't correspond. The letterhead was blurry. I don't think Bella is a real legal name. At least I don't believe so. So they didn't put their full legal names. They misused a lot of legal terms in the document themselves. But whatever. This is just what Ibrahim flagged. You know what I mean? I didn't study law. Ibrahim didn't study law. He studied whatever he studied, but he didn't study law. Neither of us studied law. So we saw these things and we're like, dude, what the shit is this? But either way, we decided let's actually talk to our legal counsel. Let's talk to our actual lawyer and let's see what they have to think. And I do have some screenshots here that I wanted to show you guys of, one sec. Okay. Wait, one sec, chat. Okay. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys some screenshots where they pretty much, because my ex told me many times that she studied law and she always wanted to review my contract and whatever. And even though we got nothing really out of it, I just want to tell you guys, she did claim multiple times that she studied law, she's a lawyer, and even if she did study law, which I don't know if is true, if she did in another country, her legal license would not be valid in the US. That's just a fact. But either way, we received the cease and desist, and me and Ibrahim read it and looked at it, and we're like, okay, let's just send it to our lawyers, and let's see what they have to think of it. So after talking to our lawyers, they figured, they're like, okay, this seems very, very sus. Our lawyers messaged us, and they're like, if I'm going to be completely real with you, there's a very high chance that this is not a real legal document. I remember these words. He pretty much said, I don't think any attorney would actually write this. So what we decided to do is contact Foundation Law Corporation, because that's the letterhead that was used, right? It was Foundation Law Corporation. As you guys can see, the FLC. We messaged them and we're like, yo, we received this following cease and desist stating to be from your law firm. Can you please confirm its legitimacy? They said, this is not from our office. We're a law firm based in Vancouver, Canada. And the address at the bottom of this letter, I think it might be from a law firm in Los Angeles. But I do think this letter is quite strange that it is using our logo. Lawyers in my firm are now aware of this issue and we are looking into it. Thanks for letting us know. So at this point, we realized they sent us a fake cease and desist. So we're not even like going back to talking about all the bullshit and the drama that they caused and them illegally recording a phone call and leaking it online. After that, after they did all this thing, all these crazy things, they decided the next step was to forge a fake legal document and send it our way. And the thing is, it's one thing to like think of the idea of forging a legal document and sending it out. It's one thing to think of the idea. It's another to forge it and then send it out. And then it's a complete another thing to claim you're a lawyer, you know, brag about how you studied law all the time, and you're consistently breaking the law. You are consistently breaking the law. Like, I'm actually at a lot, like, I still haven't processed all this because of how insane it sounds to me and how insane it actually is. And wait, guys, it's going to get crazier. But regardless, this is where we figured out that it was a fake document. And it's one thing that we received a fake document, and it's another. I went on Twitter after, you know, like during these past few days, I was on Twitter, and I see Riot Bruh tweeting out a screenshot of him talking to her in DMs, and she's like, explain your tweets fast. He's just trolling, and she says, keep an eye out for Foundation Law Corporation. So I'm not the only person that has been threatened with a lawsuit or a cease and desist, but she has threatened countless people in the scene with fake threats, empty threats, cease and desist. And not only are sometimes they empty where she doesn't send them out, but sometimes apparently they write out fake cease and desists and actually send them out, which is just batshit crazy. Like, I don't like the lawyers that we have and like the team of lawyers that work with us, they like are in shock still. Like, they just can't believe that like someone would actually do this, and let alone someone who apparently studied law has done this. But yes, that's just the point of the legal document, and we'll continue talking about it, but let me get into another point. Okay, so obviously, as you guys may or may not know, they've told countless lies about me on stream, on Twitter, privately to mutual friends, and the thing is, all of this I ignored, because I understand at a certain level, it's always he said versus she said, you know what I mean? Like, it's always gonna be two stories. That's how it always works. There's always two stories. But when a person is literally willing to, when a person is literally willing to go past the point of no return, where they're literally forging legal documents and sending it, threatening people, like, I don't think it's a he said, she said anymore. It's more like he said, and then she forged legal documents. Like, all credibility is just lost, like, straight up. Like, at a certain level, I still don't care, but they literally continuously both threaten and bully me and my friends and other people in the scene, as you can see. I'm not the only person that's talking about this drama. I'm not the only person that's been involved in this in somewhat or been threatened, whether it's, I'll get into the list of people that have been threatened, but at this point, like, it's not even something I can ignore. I've tried to ignore this for like 5-6 months. Mods, come down with the Omega lols. You're making the chat, you know, crash my PC. But either way, like, at this point, I just can't ignore this shit because it's gone way too goddamn far. You know, like I said, I've tried for months and months, but this shit's just absurd. Like, I was willing to put a legal team behind me. I told my lawyers, I'm like, I'll pay for whatever. I don't care. Just like, we need to end this shit and we need to make sure this shit doesn't go on, because like, as you can see from other people tweeting about it, I'm not the only person that's been threatened legally. I'm not going to be the only person threatened legally until we actually put a stop to this. Also, I want to mention, my lawyers ain't cheap, okay? I know they aren't paying much because they're writing out their own cease and desists, but I'm paying an actual law firm and a whole legal team to deal with this, because this isn't a fucking joke. You can't just break the law consistently and get away with it. That's just not how that works. Like, straight up, it's just not. But whatever. Like I said, this whole thing isn't just about me. Like, obviously, I've been dealing with this drama, and this shit's been annoying and hurting me for months and months. Like, whatever, I've just been dealing with it, and I've been ignoring it. But I'm not the only person obviously involved. I'm sure you guys have seen countless other YouTubers like Panzer Dragon that has been harassed or bullied by them or threatened. Gamer Girl, who was flamed and like bullied on stream for just laughing at something, a situation. Professor Akali made his own video of talking about how he's been manipulated himself. I talk about my roommate Ibrahim, bro. Not only did Ibrahim have to deal with all this shit, where he's dealing with all of the harassment they're sending our way. He's dealing with actually like talking to the lawyers and trying to like come to like agreements and figure stuff out. But Ibrahim literally had to live through her bullshit too. Like he literally lived in the house and he had to deal with this bullshit. Not only me and Ibrahim had to live through the bullshit, but Jensen also had to live through the bullshit. Jensen's girlfriend had to live through the bullshit. My old manager, Justin, was being harassed and bullied by them. Yeezus was being fucking threatened on Twitter. Riot Bra, as you can see, was being threatened with legal documents. Fun of Legends, Hayam Coconut, all these highlight channels were also being threatened with these legal documents that they claim that they're going to send out. They're claiming that it takes them only a few minutes to send out cease and desists. Well, yeah, it only takes a few minutes when they're fake and you're breaking the law. But pretty much, I'm not even mentioning everyone that is being, like, they talk shit about behind their backs. Like, these people just are not real people. Like I said, if they're literally willing to forge legal documents, you can only imagine what else there is. Like, I've heard so many fucking lies about me and slander. And I just hope at this point, people, like, just don't believe a single word. Because, like I said, they just have no morals. They should have no credibility left. But let's get into another point. So I know I'm like talking a lot about this situation, but you guys don't need to worry. Like I have a legal team and these guys are being dealt with. This just showcases their character more than anything. And believe it or not, like I'm going to say this from the heart. I'm being completely dead serious here. I know some of you guys aren't going to believe me, but I actually do feel for Cat Evolved because I was literally recently in his shoes. Like I know he's said a lot of stupid shit and he's done a lot of dumb stuff on stream himself, whether he shit talked me or instigated things. But you got to think about it from his side. If you're dating a girl and she tells you all these horrible things about her ex, you're naturally going to just dislike the guy and try to flame him or get under his skin. That's just how it is. I understand that perfectly because when I was in that relationship, I was being fed the same exact lies about her ex, which made me paint such a bad picture of him in my head. So I honestly don't blame Cat Evolved too much. It's not easy to deal with. He's 19 years old. He is just a kid and he's dealing with this on his own. And the thing is, he's just being hard manipulated. Like, he's used like a puppet. Like, it really isn't his fault. And the thing is, I'm sure he doesn't even realize it at this point. We have tried to reach out to him a few times, like recently, because we didn't want to just announce all of this on Twitter and Twitch and have him realize what the fuck just happened, because I don't think he knows that this is a fake legal document. I'm sure he didn't review it. He's 19 years old. I'm sure he didn't. But this is where it gets a little crazier, guys. So, as you know, I'm 21 years old. Cat Evolved is 19 years old, and we were under the impression that she was 24 years old. She's actually a lot older than him. And we found out that the age gap is actually 10 years. In 2 months, she's going to be 10 years older than him, and she has been lying about her age this whole entire time, which means her age is one of the only things that she has been lying about. And she was lying about it to me too. We only found out this information. Well, we found this information because it's public record, you know, because once you get a lawyer team involved in a legal team, you obviously have to do your due diligence. That's just how it works. So we found out that that was just one of the many lies that she told. And instead of her being 24, like she always claimed to me and other people, she's actually 29 in a few months. Like, with that said, like, honestly, like, it's hard to really just end this, but from the start of this, you guys have known I didn't even want any of this drama. I didn't even want to get involved with this. I didn't want to talk about it. But with all this said and all this information out there, I legitimately am just happy to put this to rest and put this behind me if they actually just apologize and leave everyone else alone. I think the reason I have to come out with this in general and tell you guys all this is because of all the slander and the lies that have been told on my name. And I'm just showing you guys this or telling you guys about this because this should ruin their credibility. This should make it, hopefully, so no one believes any of the lies they're being told, because not only are they publicly telling lies, but they're privately telling lies. Like, I heard a lie yesterday that really fucking disgusted me. Like, it actually disgusted me. I'm not going to get into it because I'm not trying to start more shit and bring more rumors. But I've been hearing consistent lies about me that is absolutely disgusting, saying I would do shit that I would never in my life fucking do. And I'm sure more and more people have heard lies, whether about me or themselves or other situations. But once again, like I said, the situation's fucked. Like, it really is. Like, it really is. Okay. So there's one thing I do want to mention, and I do want to be very clear about, and I want to emphasize, like, I'm being dead serious once again. I haven't been joking. I haven't, like, cracked a fucking smile this whole time. This shit's very serious because, you know, we're taking it as serious as possible. You know, that's why I hired a whole legal team. I do want to clear I want to make it very, very abundantly clear, and I want to emphasize that I don't want any hate sent to them. I don't want hate sent their way. I don't want you guys harassing either of them. And I am, like, once again, being dead serious. Like, I'm being completely dead serious. We don't have to put them down to lift ourselves up. Like, we don't need to give them the attention. The whole reason I didn't want to get into the drama this whole entire time was because I know that they wanted attention. They wanted clout. They wouldn't be tweeting about me. They wouldn't start up this drama, and they wouldn't make up these lies if they didn't want attention. So I never wanted to give them attention. At this point, I've had no option because of the severity of the situation when they're, you know, forging legal documents and sending them to me, trying to threaten me with legal action. I can't really go anywhere else besides to, you know, continue to pursue this. But either way, like I said, I don't want to give them attention. That's exactly what they want. You know, you're just going to be feeding into it and giving them attention. I've said that literally since the start. By no means am I a perfect person. You know, I'm not a perfect person at all. You know, everyone has their fucking moments where they're not a shining bright star. But regardless, like you guys know, one of my biggest goals this year has been to be more positive. You know, I got out of a very toxic mind space, and I've tried to be positive the past few months, and I do want to keep up with that, and I want to stick to it. So I'm telling you guys once again, don't send hate their way. Don't harass them. Instead, just ignore them. It's going to hurt them even more. Like, trust me. I already know. Whatever. It will hurt them more. That's just how it is. Now, with that said, guys, it's not all bad. You know, we've had some fun times. We've had our fair few laughs. We've had our content. And when I received the fake cease and desist, chat, I actually had the opportunity to go to the law firm that was listed on the cease and desist. And I decided to do a little photo shoot at the place because I was like, oh, like, it's a restaurant. It's not a law firm. Let's do a little photo shoot. So I decided to take some photos while I was there. This was the night that we received the fake legal document. We went to go check out the address to see what's up because it's in my area. It's like 30 minutes away. Decided to drive out and see what it is. Turns out it was a restaurant. Hopefully, this is the last time I talk about the situation, unless I do get another fake cease and desist. But with that said, I think I've honestly talked about the situation more than enough. I think I've made it abundantly clear the type of people they are, and more so the type of person she is. Once again, I don't want hate sent their way. But regardless, I want to end it on a good note because, you know, we always like to end it on a good note. DJ Khaled!